Hmm. All right. Hello. That's it. Hello. Nothing else to do today, so I figured while I was sitting up here trying to get some stuff done for this, kind of for the store, also for just kind of shoving cards into binders from the last few days. Figured I might as well come on and hang out for a bit. Absolutely nothing planned. I do have some cards here. I might open up if we have nothing else to do. But yeah, I figured come on, see what's going on, see if anyone wants to hang out and keep me company while I basically just do a whole bunch of nothing. But anyway, let me trying to because we're using StreamYard, I'm pretty sure you can't hear this in the background anyway, which I suppose is fine. But I don't really feel like sitting in silence here. Uh, that works. All right, so um, yeah, I just kind of figured spend a little time throwing some stuff into binders today from a bunch of the cards that we've opened up. Figure out what we're still missing for the Digimon cards that we opened yesterday for as far as completing out a set here. Figuring out what we're gonna do with some of the stuff. I'm gonna keep a couple of these for a little while, and then sell the rest of them. So probably spend some time putting that up in the store. Um, and I do have some cards. I have a couple of doctor's appointments I have to go to this week, so I don't know if I'm going to be around for the usual midweek card hunts. We might do some stuff today. I just have a couple of Dragon Ball Z packs, and then I still had a bunch of BT10 packs left over from when we were opening that. I know we completed the set on that already, so I wasn't planning on really opening any of these anymore. But I was going through these, and there were a couple like really thick ones in here, so I thought maybe we might check those out. But yeah, like I said, if there's nothing else to do, maybe just break open some cards, uh, and just go from there, I guess. Yeah, so I do have a couple. Like I said, I've got a couple doctor's appointments I have to go to this week. Figure out what's going on with my head. Unfortunately, it's kind of come down to that where I kind of have to go. I don't really have a choice. I don't really want to get into it very much, mainly because it's kind of private. But yeah, all right. Let's pull some of this stuff out. Still have some sheets. Other package. Grab that. Open some of this stuff up too. So, I think we did pretty well as far as pulling nearly a full set for the BT12 stuff. Kind of surprised at how close we are. I think we might be missing like 20 cards now on the 112. Alright, so let me grab where'd that pad go? I'm always so unorganized, I know. Oh no. Can't move. So hold that up for a minute. Alright. This needs to go somewhere else. Maybe I'll actually finish this damn puzzle thing too. Put that on the wall. I'm looking for, I wonder what I'm doing. I'm looking for a pad that already has pre-punched out holes for through and binder, so I can write down the stuff that we're missing. I don't remember. I have no idea where I put it. It's over here somewhere. Maybe we don't need it. Right, we'll just use a regular pad. I'll grab this one. No, not. Pack stuff from last year. I don't need anymore. Right down there, so we're not flashing that on camera on accident. All right. So let's started doing this, I guess. So these were this bunch was basically our hit pile from last night. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. Like I said, I'm gonna probably keep a few of them just because some of them are more difficult to pull, and since we're trying to do a binder set, I don't really want to get rid of like the really hard ones that are difficult to find. You know, we're gonna do this so we can see what we're doing. There. One. Do that. Give me a second here. It looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have the first 10 here. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Hey, bird, how's it going? 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. All right, so now we've got our first couple missing ones. So we've got 17 and 18 we need. 17, 18. So I'm going to skip 2 slots. There could be a couple of super rares. So let's check. So we have 18 here. Let's do a price check on this to see if we should put this one in the store or not. I mean, I am going to get another booster box, so I probably could just throw this one in the store. Probably a smart thing to do. Digimon. Last time. 18. So the Gallantmon is. I mean, it's only a $3 card. We'll hold on to that one, I guess. So I'll complete this page out. Almost. Now we're just missing number 17. ALVG. What's up, Sleepyhead? You know what? We can just do this. I don't have anything to. Alright, so we can get rid of 18 off of our list. We got that. Oops. Throwing shit around. 19. 20. Sure, about to do a Wordle lightning stream, huh? One, 2. Have fun. 3, 4, 5, So we have 19 through 27. I think it's towards the back half of this stuff that we're missing more of the cards. So all right, so we're missing number 29. We've got 30. Add that to my list. So that's 2 we're missing so far. And like I said, it could be in this pile. You know what? 31 is in here. Let's do a check on 31 to see what that one's doing. Which added to the store later. 31 is a it's only a $2 card, so we're gonna go ahead and throw that one in the binder for now too. So oops, wrong slot. That was right. Need to go into this one. 31. Let's see, 32. 33. 34. 35. And 36. All right, not bad. Still just missing 2 cards so far. And the first third of the set. That's not too bad. All right, so then we have 36. All right, I did have a 36, so 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So then we're missing 42 and 43. Jumps up to 44, 42, 43, 44, 45. 46. 47. 49. No, it's 48. This one's 49. 50. 51. 52. And 53. And 54. So that one's actually still only missing just a few. All right. So actually, before we do that, so 42 and 43, we'll see if it's in this pile. I do have 29 sitting here, though. I will look up for it, 29. We don't have any of the 40s, but we do have the 29 that we're missing. I didn't see that earlier, so let's check that real quick. 29 is going to be... Okay, it's only 50-cent cards, so we can definitely throw that one in the binder. And then we can actually punch that one off of this. We're still only missing 2 cards then, or 3. So we didn't have the 40s that we were looking for, so we throw that page in. All right, so that one was 54. So starting off a new page with 55. 56. So Grand Kuwaduma. So we're missing 57. So we skip one for 58. 9. 60. 57. Stack again. Do not have that. All right. All right, so 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, the eyeballs, 66, 67, a weird moon kitty, 67 we're missing, wait no, 67 we just put in, so 68. Felt like we must be missing a lot towards the end of this then, because while I was sleeving these things up and sorting last night, it felt like we were going to be have a lot of holes in this, but surprised that we have as many as we do. Okay, we have 71, so we're missing 70. I think 72 is the one that we have, is the super rare that we got. We'll make a check real quick anyway. Yes, we have 72 here. I think that's one of them that we're going to put in the store, though. And we do have 70s in here. The War Greymon, but I think that's a pretty valuable card. So I think I might actually throw that one up in the store. More Greymon. So, well, actually, I'm wrong. 455. We're looking at something weird last night. 72. Chaos Dramon. That's definitely staying with us. Sorry, this one was not worth anything, but I feel like when I was doing this last night, we were getting better prices for things as far as value goes. It's weird. 455. Man, I think, yeah, we'll just hang on to this one, I guess. So we do have number 70. And we got 72. Pull this one out. This one's a sub $1 card. All right. Not bad. 72. All right, let's just keep going. 73. 74. I mean, obviously these sets are a lot smaller than the Pokemon sets, but I do like how that, just opening basically one booster box, you can get pretty dang close to completing out at least a full base set. I know there's, the alternate arts that you still would need, but I mean, the sets are definitely not nearly as gigantic as the Pokemon stuff, so it's actually kind of doable without spending a bajillion dollars. That's kind of the one thing I do appreciate about the Digimon sets. It's 81. 2. We're getting close to the end here, and we're still only missing 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that we need. Let's add another one. 83 we're missing. 89 is one that probably we're to keep, even though it's a pretty. Excuse me. We did get the Ducato alternate art last night. I was thinking about throwing that in the store, but I think I'm gonna hang on to that one. I do have number 83, Arrested Dramon Superior Mode. I think this one. I keep saying that, but this one might be the one that I was thinking of throwing in the store. 83. Yeah, this one was a $10 card, so this will probably just end up going in the store to fund our card addiction here. Yeah, all right. Or, you know what, we're going to see how close we get, and then maybe we'll see. I may end up holding on to that one. So 86. 87. So that means we're missing 85. At 88. 9. I think what we had done last night was we kind of added up all of our hits that we got, and that pretty much kind of paid for the booster box. I was kind of thinking of just selling all the hits and then just buying another booster box to try and finish this out. But my luck will never pull the cards we got last night again. I think we just got a lucky box last night. All right, so we're missing 2 cards on this binder page. 2 or 3. Well, page is all done. 91. Wait, that can't be right. Oh, that's right. I put the normal one in. So 89. And then we do have the alternate art for 89. Let's check it real quick. I think this is. I mean, I kind of like it, but. Yeah, this is a 25. So, well, unfortunately, part ways with our alternate art. Throw that in the store. Maybe, hopefully, we can pull a duplicate. I mean, we could always buy one later, too, if we want. If that's the last one we needed to complete the set out. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wow, 6, 7, 8, oh, that's a full page. 8, so we're missing 109, so we have 110, then we're missing 111, and then we do have, shit, I just said we're missing 85, but we're actually not, but this is also a store card, I think. 85, Yalzamon, yeah, $8 card, we'll throw that in the store. And I'm going to hang on to the secret rare for now, just because, why not? Especially a pretty low value card. Come on, that's a store card. All right. Done. So 10, 11, and 12. So we just need. So we're missing 109 and 112. Not 112. 111. So really not all that bad. So just doing one booster box, we're only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards to complete things out. Sweet. Still can't actually find any loose packs to buy at any of the stores near me, which is kind of annoying. They do. I mean, they did still have a bunch of the BT10 set, but yeah, the newer sets, 11 and 12, just really can't find anywhere right now. It's kind of annoying. Let's write down what these are. 17 is Emperor Greymon. And 42. Rise Greymon. I gonna have to go for the bulk again because I could have swore we had that last night. Maybe not. It's a rare. I'll look through the bulk again. Maybe I might have missed it. $43. Oops. 4, 3. Shine Greymon. $57. One was Quartzmon. $83 is one that we actually did have. Restradramon. Superior Mode. We wrote that in the wrong spot. I'm doing. Hey Tim, what's up?
Howdy. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Just hanging out and nothing else to do.
Today is a do nothing kind of day. I think I'm gonna have a friend come over later to play some cards, but I don't know when he's actually gonna show up. I know he said one.
What are you gonna play?
Usually we play DC Deck Builder. Sometimes I can convince him to play something else. Sometimes. But I just got done painting a majority of the parts for this bad boy right here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I definitely don't have the patience to put one of those together.
Oh, they're not that bad, dude. They're not. I mean, honestly, you need one of these. You need one of these. Maybe one of these. And you don't have to paint them. I just like to make some.
Yeah, well, I mean, they look nicer when they are.
Oh god, yeah. And I kind of paint them like model cars. You know, I don't like. I've seen some guys on my Gundam groups on online, and they make them look like they came off of like an anime show or
Right.
off the page of a graphic novel, and I don't like that. I like to make them look more shiny. So I go and I get like the Testors Extreme Lacquer metallic paints and stuff like that. Speaking of which, I got to go in the other room and grab all my parts. I'll expect to see LDG and group in a bit because they're playing. LDG decided to do a quick live stream of a Wordle off. So it's
I dropped it into
versus Londell doing a Wordle competition, which is kind of funny.
Wow.
You're back. I grabbed my parts.
transfer this shit out of here.
Guy spent like $50 in spray paint this morning or yesterday. I mean, stuff went up in price. That annoys me. I used to get the tester stuff for about $6 a can, and it looks like unilaterally they've jumped up to about $8.50 a can now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that kind of fucking blows. I mean, Hobby Lobby's been nice about it though. If they still have cans out there that are labeled at the prior price, they don't relabel them. They leave the sticker price on them. Right. They put their own stickers on them. They don't use, which I think is funny. They don't use a UPC, or they don't use a scanner. At least not for the paints. And they just have their cashiers look at the label on them, which is a little old fashioned, you know. Almost makes me want to start grabbing labels off of other shit.
I know, right?
But no, I just grabbed the can, and so I had two of them that were $5.99 and two were $8.39 or something like that. It was like,
that's cool.
The price. Oh God. But yeah. NZ666 Kshatriya. Neo Xeon prototype mobile suit for new types. That's what it's called. It's from Gundam Unicorn. It's also known as a quad wing. This is a big, big fat boy. It's a fat suit. My only wish is that it was master grade, because then it'd be bigger. I like big model kits.
Oh yeah, no kidding. I'd like to finish that giant Enterprise D model, but fuck, man.
And you sitting here talking to me about not having patience, and you got that motherfucker. Are you kidding me? No bullshit.
Yeah, it's never going to get done though. It's 3/4 of the way done, and it's never going to get finished because the fucking new company raised the price for one. I'm not paying more money.
Yeah,
and it's just bullshit. And plus, it's just I still need replacement parts from an earlier section because they came out broken. But if I do that, they'll make me restart the subscription at part 14. But I only need a few parts from there. So
that's why I saw that. I saw how they were doing that. I'm like, nope. I like the D, but there's no way. I would never buy into that.
Because Eagle Moss was nice because you could just call and be like, hey, I need this part or this part. They'd be like, all right, and they'd send it to you. And I guess that's probably why they went out of business, because they're just sending all this free shit out.
Well, you know, a lot of model companies are like that. You know, it's God damn it.
Yeah, like I mean, like I know they do that also, like with the giant R2D2 build that they had going. Yeah. I was gonna do
Games
that.
Workshop does stuff like that too. I mean, if you have if you're in a Warhammer and you have a model kit that's defective, you could call up Games Workshop customer service, and usually they'll send you like whatever sprue you need. Yeah. You know, whatever part, whatever piece that part came off of. What it used to be when things were all metal bits, they would have like some guy in a warehouse somewhere, and they'd have all these little metal bits catalog. Now, this is what was really funny is I was into a little bit of Battlefleet Gothic, and I was trying to modify the Chaos Planet Killer ship. And what I wanted, because the ship came with, I think it came with like 6 turrets that go on the top of it. But when you take the center piece of that ship and you flip it over, it's exactly the same on the bottom. So it's got 6 little holes for turrets on the bottom as well as the top. So I'm like, I called them up. I'm like, this is back when you could bid order parts, separately. So I asked them, I'm like, can I get the turrets, another set of turrets, so I can put them on the top and the bottom of the ship? Well, everybody seemed to know what I was talking about, but they kept sending me the wrong parts.
That's what Eagle Moss was doing.
So
Just have a shit ton of extra parts.
I wound up with enough parts to almost make like 3 Chaos Planet Killers. I had the front cannon spines. Like I had like 24 of those things. They kept sending me the wrong ones. Then they finally sent me the right parts, and I was like, okay, I got my ship built now. Woo! It seems a little less gratifying now that it's done, and I've got all this other shit in my bits box. Funniest crap ever, though, I tell you. And now they're going all the plastic sprues now, and that customer service, like that special order customer service place that you used to be able to call from. No, they don't have that no more. They got rid of that.
Huh.
Yeah, you can't special order parts anymore. You can if you have a problem, they can send you a replacement if there's something that went bad, or if you got a defective model kit. You know, they're good about that kind of stuff, but
yeah, I mean, I suppose that also costs them less money than having to custom do all these custom orders and shit. Resend the fucking thing out. But
usually it involves sending them a picture of what's wrong too, just so that there's validation. Like that's a warped side of a Land Raider tank or something. They'd be like, okay, we'll send us a picture and we'll send you what that part's on. No, I'll send you the whole sprue. They'll send you the whole runner with everything on it. That's what happened when I called about one of my Land Raiders. They sent me an entire runner, and the runner they sent me was for a different Land Raider. It had the part I needed, but it gave me all the Crusader bits. I'm like, so I wound up with Crusader bolter turrets, and I'm like, oh. So my next project was I pulled out. I had an old first generation Land Raider from like early '90s, and I pulled that sucker out and I turned that into my Blood Angels Land Raider Crusader for my Death Company, and that thing's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I have it in a box with a plexiglass cover on it. It's like one of the few Warhammer models I still have. I got out of the game mostly, but yeah. Tell you, them were some fun times, Warhammer. I have no regrets playing that game except for the money cost. Believe me, that game is expensive.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you're into the 40K. I'm upset with what they did with Necromunda. Because Necromunda was one of those great one and done games. You just buy the 2 books, you buy a few minis. You don't even need to buy Necromunda minis. You could just buy some Imperial Guard, some orcs, some guys that look like they fit your gang. That's all you need. And you need maybe 10 guys. It's a great game for budget players. Well, they decided to revive the game, but they turned it into another 40K where now every faction has to have their own book. They got to add like 30,000 different things in the game. It doesn't allow for creativity. It allows for them to meta market it just like they do with 40K. And once something changes, you gotta update it then. And that's not what Necromunda was all about. Necromunda was playing with what you had, and that's what made it awesome. So I got in that money. I bought some of the new stuff, and then I looked it over, and I'm like, no. So my friends, if we ever play it, we just kind of play it with updated rules, updated combat, and we just use the old books. We use the old system. It's so much more fun. That was a nice game to do, like role playing with your miniatures. That's what I liked about it.
Man, I don't even know if anyone plays Dragon Ball anymore.
Card game?
Yeah.
Which one? Which version? Because there's like a couple versions of it out there.
Dragon Ball Set 20 Power Absorbed. I'm looking up to see if that's one of the games that just crashed. I can actually get this. There we go. Not Digimon. Jesus Christ. Dragon Ball card game. Show sets. Power Absorb. Let's see what the price high to low. Oh my god, there's like cards in here that are worth thousands of dollars. What the fuck?
Oh, come on. Really? I can't.
The Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku Universe at Stake Ghost Rare from this set, $2,000. Android 21 Transcendental Predator, it looks like, $1,020. And there's a bunch that are in the high hundreds too. It looks like 500 for a Golden Cooler Radiant Pride, 340 for Your Number One alternate art. I mean, so, okay, these two were, that one was an alternate art, one was a ghost rare, but the other one, that other $1,000 one, just looks like a normal secret. Oh, it's a secret rare. That's why.
Is this a more recent game? Because
yeah, this is like the most recent Dragon Ball.
I used to collect the original Dragon Ball Z card game, like way back in the day. I still have like some of the character cards. What?
Let's look at one of the older sets. Let's see. So
I had a stupid Gohan deck that was so funny, and it was just a rage mongering deck. And the couple people I did play against, it just wrecked them. And what I did was I had Gohan grow up right in front of you. So he started out as Saiyan Saga, and by the time I was done leveling him up, he was like Mystic Empowered Gohan. Because you can do that. It's the same, as long as it's the same character, you can do that in the game. He starts at like 2,000 power and ends up at like 3 million power.
Jesus.
Like the power levels didn't really matter that much in the game. They had like a ratio chart that you had to use. It was funny. That's when they had like the little Dragon Ball Z Scouter things that you could mark your power levels with. It was a funny game.
This must be a reboot game then.
I think there were 2 other card games that came out. There was a redo of that original one that I was just talking about, and then there was one other one, and I don't know what that one was about. The one that's probably the one you're looking at right now.
I'm wondering if. I mean, I don't think. I just really don't think anyone plays this anymore. I think it's more just a collector set now.
It's probably got like a cult following, you know.
Yeah.
There's probably like a couple Wiener Schnitzels out there that just kind of play on their own, where they have like a little group that still gets into it. I'm just guessing. I wouldn't know. I know one of my old buddies. He really liked it. Well, he liked his dead games. He would collect dead card games. I've got a couple dead card games myself, but I don't go out and collect them. I just wind up keeping them after they die.
Yeah,
really good, because I've got the Decipher Star Wars collectible card game, and I've got an ass ton of cards. Actually, my DC Deck Builder big box is completely full of just Star Wars collectible card game cards from Decipher, because I inherited somebody's collection. Then I also have my collection of Star Trek collectible card game, and that's also from Decipher. That's actually
I was actually gonna buy a bunch of boxes of those, but because they're super cheap right now.
Yeah,
I just didn't know if I'd be able to unload it. I just don't want to be stuck with a shit. I mean, I've got so much Star Trek
with it, Drew. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, I've got so much sci-fi bullshit that I bought that I just can't. I literally can't unload. I can't give it away, for God's sake. So
yeah, I had
that's why I've been kind of switching over just to TCG games, because at least this stuff actually sells compared to like some of the other collector cards shit. Oh man. Yeah, like let me grab it right now.
I used to have a card game called Power Cards. That was a neat one. It started out with Spawn, the collectible card game, and then they had a generic Power Cards game that kind of went with it. I collected the Spawn one because I was big into Spawn back in the day. I didn't get the comics. I just got stuff around it. I got like action figures and stuff. I was never really a big comic guy, but
Probably gonna be jumping back into some Weiss Schwartz again because that market's been coming back really strong. So I kind of want to do some of that again.
we have a store that sells it, but I mean, I don't see it move very fast.
Yeah, I mean, it's
In our area, it's not
the only way to move it is doing it online. I mean, in stores, it's really slow. I'm assuming.
Yeah, our area isn't that big for that stuff either, though. I mean, I live in La Crosse area, La Crosse, Wisconsin, and we're kind of the land that time forgot. I mean, that's pretty much the best description of our area.
Right.
If something happens somewhere, it happens here last.
Star Wars shit.
It took us decades to get a Toys R Us, only to have them go out of business now.
Yeah.
We finally just got a Chick-fil-A last year, and man, I tell you, when something new hits this area, people flock to it like it's like this amazing thing. And I went there, and I'm like, my daughter and I finally got in there, and it wasn't like super crowded. And we're like, okay, it's chicken. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, I know it's so overhyped.
Right?
I've had it. I mean, it's nothing special. It's just a fucking chicken sandwich. I don't get what the hype behind it is.
I mean, it's okay. It's all right. I mean, it's chicken.
Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's also I just don't. It's not like the most awesome chicken ever in the world, though. Like some people make it out to be. Hey, Professor, I got an entire binder set for Babylon 5 if you want it.
What?
An entire binder set for Babylon 5.
Oh, nice. It looks like just the trading cards, not the card game.
Yeah. I mean, this is just sets that I've got an Orville set that I wasn't able to sell, so I finally pulled that off and just threw that in storage.
See, those kind of cards, I never really saw a huge collector value in that stuff. I used to see them like one of our local stores used to have like little boxes of those sets of just trading cards, but they usually sat there forever. Nobody had ever buy them. Finally, I bought like one. I think I bought a box that had Star Trek: The Motion Picture collectible cards in it by Topps, and it was neat. I just put it all in a book, and like a card book, and just left it there to look at. I never really got it because I thought I'd never move it.
Bird's right. Wendy's spicy chicken is better than fucking Chick-fil-A.
It probably is.
I would eat that any day over.
I mean, my take on Chick-fil-A is like, at least it's not KFC where it feels like you're eating like instant crack. I mean, that's what KFC is. It's like crack cocaine in food form. They
got rid of all the KFCs around me, so now it's just Popeyes and shit. I fucking hate Popeyes. So
you don't like Popeyes?
Nope, not the one that's by me. It's terrible.
I don't think I've ever. Oh no, I have eaten at Popeyes once, and that was up at the Mall of America had one. I ate there. And it was all right. I mean, it was better than anything I had around here. It was Mall of America too, so it's like whatever.
The one by me, like they make a shit ton of chicken in advance, and it's definitely not a very popular restaurant. I mean, there's literally nobody in the parking lot. So I just went there one day for the hell of it to try it out. It's just like fucking old chicken they just give you that's been sitting on the counter for like 9 weeks.
I remember when the first time I saw the movie Bad Boys, my friend Steve and I are in the theater watching that, and the two guys like are holding up Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, in the Porsche, and they're like, "Get out of the car!" And and Martin Lawrence gets out of the car, and he's like, "I always get the thick motherfuckers," and he gets out of the car, this big fat black guy, and he looks at him like, "You look like some Popeye chicken eating motherfucker." I went back in the 90s. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Popeye's chicken? What is that? Because up here in Wisconsin, there is none. That shit don't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. My ex-wife, when I first met her, she's sitting here. She's like, I hate this area. You guys don't even have a Sonic. And I looked at her like, what the hell is a Sonic? A Sonic what? She's like, a Sonic. It's a restaurant. I'm like, what? Okay, I'll take your word for it. And then about a couple years later, I start seeing Sonic commercials on the TV, on the cable, and I'm like, oh, that's what Sonic is. Okay.
Yeah, they've been here for a while now, but I've never went there.
Like I said, if it comes out somewhere, it comes out here last. You hear about it last. I mean, I'm not exaggerating that at all. It's that bad in Wisconsin, I tell you. Nobody wants to put shit up here unless you're McDonald's. I mean, you got plenty of McDonald's everywhere.
That's all I need is McDonald's.
I can't stand McDonald's anymore, and that's not because I'm biased because I work at Subway. It's just because I can't stand McDonald's anymore.
Hater, McDonald's is delicious.
Oh God, no. That makes me feel like I'm ingesting garbage. I mean,
it's not that bad.
It's not, but I don't know.
You're buying into the mass media bullshit.
Maybe. Or the friends I had that worked there.
Man, because I used to eat there like once every single day for like years.
You know what I used to get? I love my grandma and I used to love the breakfast stuff. So I would get that steak and egg bagel thing that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was so tasty. But oh my God, dude, the grease in that thing. Oh, I can't tell you how many of them things I ate in my life.
It's definitely not as greasy as it used to be because all the health nuts made them.
Well, I don't think they have that anymore. I think they got rid of it.
Oh, probably.
But oh man, that was so tasty though. That was a tasty sandwich. Yeah, LDG wanted me to host that. Be like the Bob Barker for that the little game show he was doing. By the way, where the fuck are they? If Bird's talking in chat, where the hell are they? They're gonna get their asses over here. They said they were coming over here. Anyways, give you some business.
It's probably sleeping again.
Yeah, not. You know, yeah, there's nothing new there. Oh, all right. Where are those parts?
It wasn't an offer, Professor. I was demanding that you take this from me. Send me your address, and I'll send it to you. That wasn't a request. It was an order, Professor. You mistook me.
Oh boy! Oh, that's darker green.
Let's get Monday done.
The lighter green I picked looks really nice on this model kit.
I go to the fucking doctor on Monday and Wednesday.
What do you do
trying
now?
to figure out what the hell is going on with my ear and figure out why I suddenly have this like weird mass on the back of my head, like right like below my, like behind my ear. That shouldn't be there. It's probably a bucket of tumor.
Is it like it's just like hanging off, or is it like a lump?
No, you can like feel it like inside my head.
So it's like a lump.
Yeah, so I think that so they think that it's something that is probably causing my hearing issue,
Hmm.
and so they want to test it.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I'm not excited.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. Next page. Ooh. Looks like I need some dirt parts. So yeah, this is what I wanted my Mega Zaku that you can't see because the picture's not coming in. Hello?
Maybe if we make you bigger.
There. That guy up there,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted that guy to be the color of what I'm doing here, which that
Cool.
is really bright. Oh,
Nice.
oh yeah, that lighter green is really nice.
Yeah.
In fact, it really looks good on these parts.
Is that all glued together then, or is it like screws?
No, it's snap tight. It's pretty much
Snap
snap tight. It's snap tight model here. But the reason you don't want to glue much of it is because it's also articulate.
Right.
The arms, legs, everything moves. Everything's got hinge parts on it and stuff. So
I mean, that's something I could probably do. It's like when you have to actually glue shit together. That's when I start screwing shit up. Because I always use probably like too much glue. It starts melting the fucking plastic.
I actually have with some stuff I have a system. So like when I'm doing my 30-minute sisters, I've got a jar with, now mind you, this is all hardened now, but I'll take an eyedropper, put some of this Mr. Cement by, I believe it's by Tamaya. Anyways, I put some of this in this jar, and then I add like little bits of the runner in there, so it turns that glue into that color, and I can use it as kind of like a paste. I'll like spread it on with an applier of some sort,
Right.
and it's a neat way to bond a part together, and then you just sand it off, and you can sand the seam off.
Right.
So you can make your piece seamless. And I do that with the flesh tones on the 30-minute sister figures, because nothing grinds my gears more than looking at their thigh sections and they got a crack going up them. Nothing takes away from the model than that, man. It just looks terrible. Oh my god.
I remember I was putting together when I was a kid. I was putting together one of the Enterprise models. I think it was a refit one, but it doesn't really matter. But I remember I used so much glue trying to do the nacelle parts that just literally melted the nacelle struts.
In my early days, I made a lot of dumb mistakes on model kits. Like I had one of my first model kits was a TOS Enterprise, the old Ertl one, I think, or it was either Ertl or never made it.
Yeah,
and
I know which one you're talking about.
I glued the nacelle on wrong because you put the nacelle together, the pylon's already on the nacelle, right? Mm-hmm. So when I was gluing the pylon to the nacelle, it came out just a little bit, and I didn't notice, and it dried. So it stuck like just off kilter. I'm like, God damn it. And I couldn't fix it. Not without breaking the whole thing. And then if I'd done anything to it, it would have just been a compromised modeling. So I just left it. That, and I was young. I didn't know half as much about modeling as I do now.
Yeah, I'd probably be able to do it now. I remember my dad. He spent probably like 2 days or so just meticulously building a second refit model. It was around the time of Star Trek 4 or whatever. And I remember he gave it to me, and I spent like hours with a lighter just making burn marks all over it to like put battle damage on it. He was so pissed.
Oh wow!
It's like, wow, can you stop wrecking everything? It's like, no, Dad, this looks awesome.
You wanted the battle damage, he didn't.
It was destroyed in the last movie. We gotta make it match.
Gotta make it look right.
Yeah, I ruined so many models just 'cause I was obsessed with like adding like battle damage and shit to them.
That's not entirely ruining models, by the way.
I
There
know,
are
I
a lot
know,
of people
but
that do that.
my
Like,
parents
why
would get
is
so
this
pissed
not
off.
picking
They'd be like,
up?
"You're just ruining the damn thing." It's like, no, I'm making it awesome. What are you talking about?
You're ruining it. You're ruining it.
They would get so pissed.
Potatoes.
Those are Star Trek models were pretty much the only ones I used to do. I'd made a couple cars, but I never painted them, so they just look stupid. I was working. I remember I was working on one huge battleship model once, and I never got it finished. It's probably still sitting in a closet somewhere.
There. God, I was wondering why the hell it wasn't that fitting in there. Damn. That was tough. There you go. Sometimes you just gotta jam it on there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. These are fun. These parts. So the model kit actually gives you color what they call color correction stickers for people that don't want to try doing it themselves. In my case, I just painted these metallic black, and then I went over them with a silver marker. Oh shit! Did I actually? Oh, that's just it.
Cool. Looks good.
Yeah, it's not great at it, but it's better than doing this because this stuff, when it gets old, it starts to peel and look ugly. There. Resolute Germ. Bird of Prey 5. Get your asses in here.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Open night. Everybody join us. All right.
Welcome back. Who won the great Wordle battle today?
I don't know. I stopped watching. Came over here. Sure, I'll get yelled at by LDG later.
Hey, Bird.
Everybody lost.
There's Bird.
What?
Everybody lost, especially anybody watching.
Why?
Neither of us could win. I got one word, and Mr. Lundell lost 2. We LDG was just yelling at us the entire time for not doing better.
This is why I
We
left.
we both finally just said fuck it and gave up.
That's
We
when
didn't
I
even
turned off
come
YouTube,
close. I
you
don't
doing
know
the-
what it
you doing the
was.
5-letter word ones or? The
Yeah,
6
we were
ones?
just on the basic 5-letter Wordle I do all the time. I
Wow.
mean, in the morning I do a Wordle like that. It takes me 5 minutes maybe to do one. I was just sitting there looking at words and letters. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. And Mr. Lundell was putting in guesses, but made it twice. Lost twice. He ended up back 2 times. I made a couple of words, but then I just get stuck and couldn't go ahead, couldn't go anywhere. Ended up losing a point.
What was that one word that you got? You had like one letter left and you couldn't figure it out. What was that?
It
word?
ended up to be theta.
Theta?
Theta.
That would be difficult. I probably wouldn't think of that.
I mean,
It looked like it could have been a dozen other things.
and yeah, maybe the words are just harder. I don't know. Because like in real Wordle, people, pick the words. Whereas
Right.
if this was just random, maybe they would just I don't know, using random 5-letter words. But there was one word I honestly had no idea was a word. It was just one of those things like, I don't know. But honestly, some of the words, I really had no excuse for not getting it. It's just like my brain wasn't used to being under the microscope
Yeah, see that
playing against somebody.
that right there is why I did not want to be the host, because I had been under a microscope and I wouldn't have been able to perform.
At one point, LDG left for like 5 minutes to take a phone call, and I didn't realize what had even happened. I was like, did he leave? Is this over? But the way I have it set up on my screen, I can't see YouTube when I'm playing it. So I just kept playing. And then he came back. He's like, okay, what's going on? I was like, I didn't even know you left. Nothing had changed. Neither of us had gotten any words, and the whole time he was gone.
I think his experiment's a failure.
And so once it ended, all he was doing was berating us.
You ruined it.
Yeah, he's
like,
like, you're going to put in rules so this doesn't happen again. You guys' performance was. I'm thinking again. Like, I'm never going to do this again. You put in any rules you want. I'm done.
You know, you see, I can smell failure. All right. What's the smell? Disappointment and failure. He's gonna come in swearing at us. Just watch. Like, fuck you guys.
Well, the problem was he said he was going to do it. I was like, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm ready. And he's like, okay, I need 20 minutes. And then 20 minutes turned into like 30. And then when I checked about to go on, all of a sudden, instead of nobody streaming, you were streaming and Vile was streaming. So now I was like, well, now I don't want to fucking do it because I got two streams I can be on. Well, Vile stopped.
Okay.
In the meantime. But yeah, Vile never streams on a Saturday morning. So I was like, holy. Yeah. Anyway, so the whole time I'm there, all I wanted to do is finish. I said, okay, let's just do it. I figured it would take literally 5 or 6 minutes, 10 tops. I figured Miss Lindell would probably win. I don't care. We could be done with it, and I could go back and watch the streams, and it wouldn't be a big deal. So, of course, we start, and then, like, I got the first word fairly quick, but then the second, I was like, And Mr. Lindell is going backwards instead of forward. Oh, shit. I was like, so any thoughts I have of this being quick were dashed. And then after like 10 minutes, it was like, I don't even want to be here anymore. And so I finally started saying, well, let's just talk about giving up. And I just felt like it took another 10 minutes before LDG realized that there was no saving it. Nobody was there. I mean, the first time we did it yesterday, there was a good amount of people watching. This time, everybody, if anybody was there, they left fairly quick when they realized,
They smelled the train wreck. They did.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then the stream ends, and then LDG is just going off on us. And go back to the underground, and he's still going off.
It's his fault for coming up with something stupid.
Bro, forget this. I'm done. I'm done. I mean, it was a good idea. Don't get me wrong. A little competitive Wordle, but
It sounds like it needs someone better for execution, maybe.
Worth trying, I guess. It maybe it needs to be at a set time, and I don't know.
And so, I mean, it just sounds like you just need to maybe find a different app too, because that one probably just pulls weird random words all the time. It makes it impossible.
Yeah, but that's the problem. That the other places, the other sites, they do one word a day. There's very few that are doing unlimited number of words.
Hey, Mr. Lundell. This is fuck LBG.
Never gets old. Son of a bitch. Damn polycat.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much going on here. We're just kind of hanging out and nothing else to do. Figured since I don't know if I'm gonna be around during the week this week, might as well stream now.
Cat, you wanted me to commentate. I'm like, no. He's like, oh, come on. Like, no.
I gotta keep my mind off of wondering if I have a fucking brain tumor. Why is that?
I don't think you have a brain tumor if it's located where you're saying it is.
Let's hope
Now,
not.
an ear tumor, maybe. I don't know.
It's like at the top. It's like at the base of my skull, bottom of my neck. Well, top of my neck, not bottom. That would be weird, but yeah, it's like right at the where your neck and skull meet.
Yes, it's weird.
So anything
Got the head. It's got a head. Head.
But I didn't. It wasn't there. It literally wasn't there when I went to bed last night, and then this morning, it was,
Maybe you had something bite you.
it was rather large. No,
You
because
just squeeze
inside and you can like push it around.
You can squeeze it.
Oh, this is separate from your ear issue?
And the doctor thinks that maybe it's like a growth inside my head that's causing my ear issue. So now they want to test it and see what's going on, because now they're making me go to the doctor now, because they're like, well, now that you actually have like a weird growth on your head, you should probably come and see us. God damn it. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. Trying to just get a draft bank of stuff ready to go to, so I can just still have things getting added to my store, even if I'm too busy to take care of it for a while.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I need my panel. Panel pen.
I mean, I say it wasn't there last night, but for all I know, it's been there for a while. It's not like I'm like touching the base of my fucking head all that often, so it's probably been there the entire time. I just haven't noticed it. It's kind of annoying.
I had a bad reaction. One of my BiPAP straps. It was a new strap I had gotten in, and back of my head, it's like I just had an infection on the back of my head, and it's like a big old pimple turned into a scab, and it's for months it just wouldn't go away. It's like it was just this biting pain in the back of my head.
Mm-hmm. Well, Professor Brainy Specs is trying to get Lundell to join Jeopardy. He's trying to push me off yet another game so I don't dominate and destroy everybody. Starting to get a little bit offended, Professor. I'm getting tired of being banned from games.
I played one Jet Nerdy, and the one question that I should have gotten with no freaking difficulty, I choked. I choked on the name of the ship, and I was so pissed. I'm like, I'm not playing these games again. Huh?
You choked on the name, the Enterprise?
No. I choked on the name, the Blackbird, the name of the stealth ship from Battlestar Galactica.
Fuck, I would have never gotten that.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe I couldn't remember it. Jesus. I own the entire fucking series. I've watched it like 4 times. You know, I got the name Laura on it because they named it after the president, but I couldn't remember the actual name of the ship itself, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was so pissed. I'm like, God damn it! I think they gave me a mercy on it because I knew Laura, and I think Salty Tracker knew I was just absolutely brain farting like the actual ship name, but
Wait, are you Babylon 5 or Battlestar Galactica?
Battlestar Galactica,
Okay.
the Ronald Moore
I was going
series.
to say, I know enough that Babylon 5 that I don't believe there's a Laura.
I can never get into Battlestar.
Oh, they're redoing it now. They're rewatching
Again?
Yeah, because Salty's nerd, what was his Picard stream,
Oh.
is now a Battlestar
Right.
stream. So
No. Never been interested in that show.
I just started rewatching it myself.
I had to give it a second chance because the first time I saw it, I thought, "What the fuck is this?" You know,
I enjoyed it.
I was just like, I don't know if it was the style of it or something just put me off at first, and then I think I waited like a year later, and then one of my buddies just put it in the DVD player, and I started watching. I'm like, oh my god, this actually is good. So I must have like walked into it maybe and just didn't watch it right. And yeah, well,
I don't like Katie Sackhoff's character. She's annoying in the couple of episodes I watched. So I think that just kind of turned me off. I just didn't want to watch it anymore.
well, in the first season, she tried to make it like
She's a dude.
Benedict's character. You know, she tried to take on a lot of that personality.
Mhm.
And then she realized that this just wasn't going to work, and she just started adding her own shit to it, and it got a lot better. She got a lot better as the seasons went on.
Okay.
But yeah, she
Maybe
starts
I'll
out
give it a try.
pretty obnoxious as far as like trying to be Dirk Benedict because she's kind of hard to swallow it. But
Yeah, especially hard in the what they consider the first episode now, but
yeah.
it was a separate. It was a mini series. Like its first episode was a 2-part mini series, which was like a year before the first season truly began, but now it's considered the first episode of the first season.
Okay.
You know, but it was a year later. She's played differently, and I could definitely see the miniseries Katie Sackhoff is not as desirable.
I honestly, I really like her character. I like her acting, and I think she's got some good chops in the show. In fact, when I found out she was playing Bo-Katan like in real life instead of just in the Clone Wars as a voice actor, I was excited to see her. And you know, watching Clone Wars and then watching Mandalorian, I think she really does look the part that they had her doing Clone Wars. So
Resolute said she got. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
So Resolute said she got better, but the show never did. Professor liked the show. Maybe you should come up here and tell me why you like the show, Professor, and convince me to watch it again.
But really, it's a solid show. I'm surprised people, you know, who like sci-fi have the only problem I know people had with it is at the very ending, literally the final episode. I don't want to spoil it, but they took.
Well, I know what happens at the end.
a
Like, a bunch of
religious
them turn out
path.
to be Cylons or whatever.
Yeah, but even not that, but at the very, very end, they ended up going down a religious path that a lot of people
Yeah.
like, oh, that's bullshit, because God doesn't really exist, and it does. It kind of does in the show, so they didn't like that very much.
Well, I mean, the issue I have with that argument is that they kind of established that from the beginning. I mean, not from the beginning, but the into the last season, you kind of realize that those two, I want to call them figments of Baltar and Number Six's imagination, turn out you find out that they actually exist. They're actually characters among them in themselves. So you do find out that there's actually a spiritual connection there, in some way, that there is something driving everything from going in a certain direction. It's interesting. I think it's interesting. It definitely went down paths I didn't expect.
Very angry. Why the fuck are you comparing Thrace to the original Starbuck? Really fucking stupid.
Nope. Looks like I have a guest. We're right back.
So Professor liked the finale. It was the best in season 1.
Well, I gotta go there, Bunny. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Gonna
Have a
play
good
some
day.
cards.
Later, Tim.
You have a good one.
Hey, yeah,
Resolute that fine. The finale was just the bullet that put down the lame horse of a show.
I don't know.
See, it seems like the opinions
I
are so
enjoyed it.
split on this show. That's why I'm so conflicted to actually spend the time to watch it again.
I mean, what I really like is like the minutia, I guess. I mean, you get a whole lot of stuff on the politics of, what happens after, a civilization used to span billions of people is now down to 1,000. And, they want to maintain democracy versus falling under a military dictatorship. Who should really run, Is this a war? Are they going to even bother to follow a constitution?
Right.
A relatively liberal society that allowed abortion before they left. Now, every life really is sacred. They're fighting for survival of the species. And, they have to deal with things like, do they even want to keep abortion legal? Limited supplies and medical equipment, medical supplies. Do they want to live? Would they rather live under live as slaves or die on their feet at one point when they're offered a, kind of a peace deal of sorts? How quickly people turn others in when given a little bit of power, from the Cylons don't even have to do the hard work. Humans are willing to turn on other humans.
Right. In the end, were any of them actually human, or were they all just Cylons at the end?
At the end, no, they're definitely humans.
There were some. All right.
There were definitely. I mean, the vast majority are still humans. They're throughout the whole season, you find out there's 12 models, and there were only 12. Well, 12 possibly one other model, but it's not that anything went crazy
Right.
with the number of Cylons.
All right. Maybe I'll watch it again. I think I probably didn't like it just because I was so used to watching Star Trek back when I was doing the first run. So maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, kind of remember Ronald D. Moore wrote this after leaving Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
because they wouldn't let Voyager get worse as every season went on. Voyager was supposed to, look worse and start falling apart.
Yeah, I would admit
And
that.
so this very much like Battlestar Galactica, each season it does show more and more damage, and there's really very few times it gets any type of appreciable repairs.
Okay.
So that's written into the story.
That's cool. Yeah, I think that was my biggest problem with Voyager was that was always just a pristine ship at the start of every episode. It just made zero sense.
That's what they wanted, for in hindsight, it makes sense if you're watching them out of order. You can go back to any Voyager episode and just
Right.
watch it and not really have to worry about what happened before
Yeah.
or after so much.
I did like when I was watching some of Enterprise. I really didn't like Enterprise very much, but like I remember in like the third season, I liked how they were like they kept the damage to the ship and everything. It looked like it was falling apart by the end, but I didn't really believe that ship would be able to hold up.
Yeah, like it would be one thing for the Enterprise D
Right.
to maybe make it a year through going through alien space, getting hit and hit and hit again. You really don't believe that the NX-01, which can barely do anything on its own, would be able to survive
Yeah, no way.
that long. They didn't even have shields.
They barely had force field, so you would think that like most of the ship would be uninhabitable by the end of that season because it's
Yeah.
open to space.
You get to the point that they literally have to steal tech from an alien, yet
Mhm.
all the other aliens seem more advanced than they were.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I watched Andromeda, I think, for one season. Professor says Andromeda was only good for 2 seasons.
Yeah, I started watching that a little bit, and I never could get into it just because I kept associating the captain with Hercules.
Yeah, it was which I enjoyed at the time.
Yeah,
I mean, Hercules and Xena were great shows.
they're fun shows. Yep. But yeah, then once he was trying to be a space captain, I was like, yeah, well, whatever, Hercules. They had a couple good episodes. So I checked in every now and then, but I still haven't watched that entire series yet. Let's see. Quickly went off the rails after that. If you actually took the time to watch and figure out what's going on, BSG would be much better than any of those side shows you mentioned. Or they wrote off. After they wrote off, Tyr went down. Yeah, oh, Andromeda. I don't know who that is. I think that was oh, that sounds racist, but wasn't that the big black dude?
I don't remember. I don't remember any names.
I don't know either. Mr. Lundell, but you grew up on the original Battlestar, so I feel like you would just appreciate it more than anybody else anyway. Hey, Darren.
Darren put out a video of Things to come today, like a channel trailer.
Cool. I don't feel bad. I haven't been watching very many people's stuff lately. I haven't been on YouTube as much as
Yeah, you should feel bad.
I know.
Your most important goal in life is to be a YouTube viewer. You put in at least 8 to 10 hours a day
I know, right?
viewing other people's content.
I like to go and support other people and just at least watch their stuff every now and then. Just having the time, and this damn ear problem's been bothering me for the last 2 weeks now.
Could buy a computer and hire a TaskRabbit to just sit around and click on links of YouTubers.
Battlestar Galactica would be better if they had any real acting outside of Edward Elmos. Was the acting that bad?
I didn't think it was bad. I mean, no, I don't really didn't think so. For
For
a
I
sci-fi
didn't mind it.
series, it was fine. It's a bit weird, when you have these ridiculously attractive women coming out to just make out with people because they were Cylons and
Right.
what wrong.
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember seeing, I didn't really mind the acting. My problem was I was just jumping in and out, like maybe 1 or 2 episodes a year while it was running, and it was definitely one of those shows where you kind of had to watch every episode to kind of figure out what the hell was going on. At least that's what I kind of thought when I was at the time. I just didn't have. Well, I mean, then it wasn't streaming; it was just on TV, so it's not like I could go back and watch every single episode. So it just made it more difficult to catch up. Mr. Lundell appreciates both the versions. The original was tailored towards family programming, and the Ronald D. Moore reboot dealt with the serious issue of genocide.
Resolute saying Adama Jr. and the president were both hacks. What, Resolute? Come on, they were perfectly good.
Who was Adama Jr.?
Adama was obviously Edward James Olmos.
Mm-hmm.
He was the captain of the Battlestar Galactica. His son was a top, like a pilot.
Oh.
In the fleet, and later on, he gets a command of his own. And from the very beginning, you could tell there was tension between him and his son. They did not get along. And early on, the son becomes a fan of the president, who is Laura Roslin. She was a secretary of education, but after the war, she's the only politician left. So she's the like 43rd in line for the presidency. Right. So she gets it. And the Adama Jr., the son, really likes her from the very beginning. So he kind of gets behind her. Whereas the father is like, what the fuck are you doing taking orders from a school teacher? This is a time of war. I'm the one leading the fleet. Though they get through it pretty quickly in the early starts of the season. You're like, which side's going to win out? Is this going to be the military or civilian government?
Right. Father-son tension, the typical trope in any movie these days. It was well done in BSG. I will take your word for it, Mr. Lundell. What is that show streaming on anyway, by the way?
Peacock.
Peacock? Or
Yeah.
another damn streaming service I need to get. Oh, did you see that other poker program that I was playing last night?
I did. I downloaded it.
Okay.
I saw you were playing it earlier, so I downloaded
Crap kicked out of me.
I didn't play it yet, but I got it.
Yeah, it might be fun. I mean, if you want, I just like I said, I just got it because I wanted to try out, go back and do some of the multi-table tournaments again.
Yeah, the multi-table tournaments is the thing that's missing from Governor.
Yep.
Of poker for sure.
It could be fun. I'm just so used to playing against just a 5-player tournament that I was just not playing smart, especially in the early rounds. I remember I used to be pretty good at the larger tournaments when I used to actually play for money on like full tilt and everything. But man, I just completely forgot how to any strategy with those tournaments last night.
Well, the problem is you can't put real strategy to fake games.
No, I mean, that's true too. Yeah,
They play completely differently, and people aren't really using real money. They'll throw it in a lot more than they will, even if they're only paying for like $1.
right.
People still play different, in my experience.
That's true. Yeah, because I mean, I used to like playing on like the $10 tables back when you could actually play online before the government shut it down. But like, because then you could actually play normally, but like on the $1 tables, I mean, it was just literally like Governor Poker, just all in shit all the time. That got really annoying. All right, Mr. Lundell, I'll try to watch the show. I'll get Peacock one of these days. I could probably drop Paramount now since there's nothing going on with that anyway. Ronald D. Moore was smart. He came out with his reimagining of an older show. He presented it as a reimagining, unlike Discovery and Strange New Worlds. All right, I'll give it a chance, guys. You convinced me to at least go back and look at it again. Hey, LDG.
Mike, Jack, LDG.
He's just here to nap again. If you're talking, LD, no one can hear you.
He's probably saying something about his foot.
Either that or he's napping. He likes to come onto my streams and nap. Make him sleepy.
Reboot LDG.
Man, it's too bad we didn't know someone that was good with computers that could help you out, LDG.
I think Salty's pretty good with computers. You could probably help
how are you not hearing me?
Now we hear you. Oh,
Now we do.
What?
Now you found
now
the,
you
the
fucking
on
hear me.
button.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to reboot my foot.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Salty called you and straightened you out.
Going on, guys?
Nothing. Just hanging out for a bit. Nothing else to do. It's a lazy Saturday.
Did you watch my shit show?
No, I was over here.
I had 2 people. I gave you the link if you wanted to watch it on the side. Don't give me no excuse.
Well, I was talking
Jeez.
to Tim.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know when I come into Salty stream and he says, "Oh, wow, The IQ of the room just dropped. Well, these two guys playing Wordle, I literally watched the IQ points just bleeding away from both of them.
I heard it didn't go well.
They went from Wordle to in like 2 seconds flat, dude. It's like they forgot what game they were playing.
No, it's easy to criticize. You should have been playing too.
Hey, that's fine. I should have been playing, but I wanted to give the other people a chance. You know, you can't say I'm not equal opportunity. You know, and that's fine. Hey, you know what? Everybody gets the jitters when they make it to the big time. You know, it's all right. Nothing wrong.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like because you didn't play, maybe it was just rigged against them, so just to make them look stupid.
You know, why would I do that though? Like that would be a funny thing to do, but not necessarily a fun thing to do.
I don't know. You just can't trust these online games lately.
It's fucking Wordle. All right, you might as well have been playing tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, but it's not the real Wordle, so that maybe that dictionary's picking just
The
ridiculous.
real Wordle isn't the real Wordle. No, my God, whatever. Don't even. Come on.
Is it the real Wordle or not?
There is no
No.
real Wordle. There's no such thing as the real Wordle. That's
There's
like
the-
saying I'm playing the real Hangman.
The official Wordle.
I'm playing the official Hangman. I'm playing the official tic-tac-toe.
Those are different games, not even comparable. It's like apples to fire trucks. They're both red.
You're
but
really trying. You're really stretching, aren't you, today?
it's just trying to hit you with some knowledge.
Hit me with some knowledge that tic-tac-toe and Wordle are two different games. Well, thank you, fucking Dick Tracy.
Completely different.
You know, we should change the Wordle game, the stream. Instead of doing Wordle, we should just play Monopoly.
That'd be fun.
We tried that before.
No, we didn't.
Didn't work
We
out
never
too
played
well.
Monopoly
Yeah,
on
we did.
stream.
Yes, we did.
When?
On Bird Nose. Let's see how
I have no
Your
idea
memory's
what you're
working
talking
now.
about. I
we
have
played
no memory.
Monopoly on somebody's stream that used to play video games trying to bring his channel back.
Who the hell was that?
I can't say positively.
Positive Candor.
Oh,
Oh, we did do
We
a
played
Monopoly
World-
stream.
Thank you. Oh, we did. Yes, I'm not
One
fucking crazy.
Monopoly
Thank you.
stream.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I remember, but it wasn't. But he's the
Oh,
only one
and
that
you
had the
remember. You hear that?
program. Well, yeah,
You hear
because
that, guys?
it wasn't a real
Both of them.
game. He was the only one that had the programs. He was
Now,
rolling
what's with you and the
everybody.
real game excuse, dude? This is the second time you're using the real game excuse. Monopoly is Monopoly. Well, what part of that wasn't real? Like, I don't get it. What?
I didn't have like the fucking car, so if I'm not the car, it's not really Monopoly.
Oh, now you remember it so specifically. You actually remember which piece you got. Okay,
No, I knew it wasn't the car.
so that's
And I
an
knew I
additional
didn't
piece
have
of
the
it.
piece.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if I can't put money in free parking, it's not really Monopoly.
Oh, the imaginary rule.
It's
that
not
people play with.
imaginary.
Not
That's a
imaginary.
lot of people
It's not-
play that role.
It's not in the book.
It actually, it is in the book. It's in the book.
It's in the
under
new book.
additional
new book.
ways of playing. Yes,
It wasn't in the
a
original
later
book,
edition.
though. Mm,
The original book was quite racist. And you know, it said Puerto Ricans weren't allowed to play.
Really?
Yeah, the Parker brothers were notorious racists, even for the time. Okay, I'm not 100% sure about that. I've read it on Twitter, but it was from a very believable account.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. There were a lot of super racists back then. But I would play Monopoly if we all had the game client and we're able to play it, and not just sit there and watch someone play the game for us.
How the hell would we do that?
Buy it on Steam. I think it's like $4.
Yeah, but the Steam game crashes like crazy on multiplayer.
They gotta have a new game out at some point, right? I mean, it's been years.
It's been
has anybody
years.
searched? Or there's got to be like a web-based version of Monopoly.
Yeah.
Resolute said it's okay, LDG. They just did it to make you look bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? You can't make me look bad, dude. That's my job.
I
There's
got,
nothing you can do
I got
to accomplish
an
that goal.
envelope in the mail to throw the Wordle.
Ah. Ah.
You all right, LD?
Yeah, I gotta lift this. Gotta fill up the sand. Shit, it's heavy.
Fill up the sand.
What
I gotta
do you-
fill up the ashtray with sand, and I got a fresh
The ashtray.
Yeah, the ashtray.
Are
You have like
working
one of those
right now?
long ashtrays, like the commercial ones.
Something like that. Ah!
I don't think you're doing it right.
Ah.
You don't have to lift the entire bag. You can just get like a shovel and put some
Only
in.
the edge of the bag is cut open. I gotta feed it like a one
They
of those
make
pastry things.
this invention called scissors that you could use to open the bag more.
I don't want to open up the whole bag. Dear Lord. Open up the whole bag, then it gets rained on.
And it gets heavier,
Yes.
but it also puts out the cigarettes quicker. So
Oh. No, the bag. I'm talking about the remaining sand in the bag. It's 50 pounds here. I'm not using all of it.
Honestly,
Only
don't
using a small amount.
understand.
There's this technique you can just roll the bag down and tie it so it doesn't get wet.
Well, you can do that much
Don't
easier
they
if you
have-
only open up the corner.
Don't they have those little shovel things you hold in your hand and just like for planting and stuff? You can just take a handful of sand at once.
There we go. All right.
You sound like the people that were doing those Atlas balls this morning.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny. The hell are you laughing about? You weren't even there.
Well, I know what they are.
Oh. Yeah, we were watching that this morning. God, my sweat is sweating.
Resolute says someone called the Orlando ER.
One more hallway to clean.
The sweat is sweating over 50 pounds. LD, you need to do some exercise, buddy.
Turn my camera on right now and got behind it.
Show us this enormous bag of sand.
No, my sweat.
All right. Don't really want to see your sweat, but okay.
What's the temperature down there?
I don't know. Hot though.
Orlando.
Got to be like
It's
80
78
something.
degrees.
78. Jesus, it's
No,
cold.
it's not 78. It's hotter than that.
That's what the Weather Channel says.
What does it say is the high?
A high of 83.
Okay, that's what it is right now.
I'm pretty sure it's probably 78.
It's afternoon, dude. It's the highs right now.
I'm getting the current weather right now. It says now 78 at 4, and then around. It never actually, according to this, it's never going to hit the high for the day. It's supposed to rain in about an hour.
Maybe it's just humid then.
Yeah, my place is saying it's 80 right now in Orlando.
We'll suppose
It's
the difference
closer to 78 than 84. Humidity 62% with a 19 mile per hour wind. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Orlando, Oklahoma is 93.
The dry heat probably there.
Orlando, Italy, 62.
Tomorrow's going to be 90, Tuesday 92.
Look at that sweat. Didn't even wipe
Wednesday
myself.
94. Wow, you're gonna really be sweating come the next. Oh my God. What the fuck is on your face? Did somebody
Sweating.
punch you?
What do you mean?
Oh,
No
it's a shadow.
shadow.
Shadow. I thought you had this black spot under your eye. Oh my God. Do you have that fucking air conditioning?
Dude, I'm moving back and forth and I'm going outside multiple times.
For the love of God, please don't show under your arm. I told you not to.
Coming from the guy who freaking shows us the inside of his ear. Like it's the fucking intro to freaking Fraggle Rock.
Resolute says it's a comfortable 55 by him.
Mine says it's 80 degrees.
Probably
81.
be the temperature radiating off of you.
Possible.
Jump in your pool and the water will go up.
Oh.
Fuck you, Terry Metalis.
All right. How much time do I have? About possibly 2 to 4 hours.
How much time do you have left?
Mother's coming back from vacation.
Ah.
Just making sure everything is sparkly clean and bleach smelly. No, I do plenty physical activity there, Rezo. Appreciate it.
Is your babysitter still there?
I'm a babysitter.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I mentioned shit. That's what I mentioned. No, I don't got a goddamn babysitter.
Well, you did say somebody that was there in the house with you.
Yeah, roommate's daughter.
They still there?
I don't think she's here right now.
Hmm.
I think she's seeing her girlfriend right now.
Time to have a party.
And her legs are not spread.
What?
They're right next to each other. It doesn't look like in the slightest. Nothing. I was double checking a thumbnail.
All right. What?
Let's not all speak over each other.
I know, right?
Oh, it's a nothing stream, so I'm working. I just came here to be here.
Work in the sandbag.
Now, all I wanted was to maybe have a nice little Wordle stream today. I can't even fucking have that.
Oh, go do the Wordle yourself.
Whatever, Bird.
I think you should.
You know,
you should do a
when Bird said
do the Wordle right now and see if you can do 5 words in a row.
I did it yesterday. I proved my snuff.
Your snuff.
Maybe this side's harder than the other side.
Oh, whatever. It's not the real game bullshit.
Well, why don't you try this side and see if you can do 5 words?
Yes.
Let's do it right now.
Go ahead.
No, verses. Let's go.
Bring it up. I don't want to do verses. You do it.
Because yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm fucking talking about. You want to see me? You want to see somebody who fucking knows how to
I
perform
want you to
here?
put
Here we
up
go.
5
words.
words. Let's
There you
see
go.
you do
Go.
5
Share
words in
screen.
5 minutes.
I hear. Let's go.
5 words and 5. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Wait. Stop. Oh, see, now you're cheating. We're gonna set up a timer. You get 4 minutes now.
He was off to a good start, but he seems to have hit a brick wall. Louie and Candy. And he's got a U, a D, an E. No idea where any of those letters go. He's using easy mode. Freitas, that's not a word. Why is he taking so much time? Come on, LDG. You got to go quicker than this if you're gonna get 5 words in 5 minutes. He got great now, but he still hasn't added any new letters, and he didn't use the D. He didn't use the D like a lesbian. Okay, you got under, and now we finally got an extra letter, a letter in the right spot. He's thinking down under like a Australian, but that's not the word. Where is it? No, I already clearly passed the minute here, at least. It's not looking great. for 5 words and 5 wordles in 5 minutes, but maybe he'll at least get 1 word completed on this try. Although my guess is he's going to need all 6 to complete this word. Oh, no, he got deemer. What is a deemer? I have no idea. And on to the second wordle word. No help with Louis. Limited help with Candy. A word that doesn't end in Y, but has a Y in the word.
2 minutes.
I would think 2, oh wow, 2 minutes in, or 2 minutes left. I don't even know.
2 minutes in.
2 minutes in. I would think if the word doesn't end with Y, it surely starts with Y. But that's just me. Or maybe Y is in the middle. Are there any vowels? A, E, I, O, and U are, in fact, none of them are available. The only vowel is Y in the word.
He's got the R.
And now he's got row, R in the right spot. H. Well, then I would guess Y has to be the second. The last. Who knows? Time? No, that's got an E. Yeah, this is the brick wall. The mid
3 minutes. Got 2 left.
2 minutes left and 4 words to go. Maybe 3 words to go. Certainly at least 3. When he puts the Y in the one spot we know it can't be. Now, but there's no other vowels. There's no other vowels for Y to be second. Oh, we got the Y in the second place. Oh, we've got the R in the second to last. We know, 2 R's. We got 2 R's. Y-R-R. What word has no vowels and Y-R-R? S-Y-R-R-Y, is that a word? Sorry?
45 seconds left.
See, this is definitely a harder Wordle than the regular Wordle. It can't be a Y at the end. It can't be a Y at the end. I'm really gonna be. He's not gonna get past this. This isn't a real word. This isn't a real word. Is the problem? There's
And
way too many options. You're just gonna have to use every fucking letter to try and solve this one. Right click. I bet there's only 1 word it could even be.
time's up. 5 minutes.
No, right click on the Z. Right click
2
on the
possible
Z.
answers.
1.
What's this throw verb thing?
That's telling you what the word throw means. That's what
Oh,
I'm saying. Right click on
I was
the
about to
Z.
say.
1 possible answer. Just put in 2 fake answers. Loser. Just put in loser twice. Mirth. M-Y.
Myrrh.
Myrrh.
Oh, fucking myrrh. I know what myrrh is.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, wow.
What does it say it is?
All right. So I got what? 1? I
You
got
got one
1
word at 1 minute and 42 seconds, and then that was it.
I thought you
1
just gave me
word.
5 minutes.
I did.
1
and
word and then minus
That
a
wasn't
word.
5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it was.
No, it
It was
wasn't.
like 6.
No,
Oh, it
you
was.
took a minute away right off the bat.
No, I didn't. I let the timer run for 5 minutes.
Whatever. All right. So there you go. I don't give up.
You pretty much did, though.
No, I didn't. I could have gotten it without you bitching in my ear 24/7.
You were never gonna
Dude,
get
shut
that.
up, dude. Shut up. All right.
See? There ain't 5 minutes. I give you an extra 37 seconds.
Doesn't
Or
matter. I still wouldn't have given up. These guys went for like 15 minutes on the same word. And if you don't like a word, then you take the loss, you take the -1, and you go to the next word. That's the whole point. What's the fucking point of the game if it's super easy fucking words? You have an out built into the game. Just freaking reset, take the -1, and do the
wants
next
to
word.
Take the -1.
Who's nobody? Why are you speaking for other people?
Because I was the only.
Why
other
are you
person
speaking for other
who played
people?
the game.
No, I didn't ask for an answer to that question. That was rhetorical.
Well, if you ask
You're
the
not-
question, you're going to get an answer.
No.
No, there's no stupid questions, only stupid answers.
Well, there is a stupid question, but I doubt you'll figure out what it is. There is one stupid question in the world.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
The one you
What?
The one you don't ask.
What is it?
That's the stupid question.
Ask it.
Oh my God. Please tell me that didn't go over your head, Cinnabon.
It's fucking.
Please tell me you're smarter than this. Thank you.
One question is, when is Project Prometheus going to be out?
Right after my foot. And you get a front row seat to an executive viewing.
No, thank you. I will pass on that.
Not you. I'm talking to Bird. I don't have to worry about you. I know you'll use it.
What? Shalondell starts his movie in about half an hour, he said.
Yeah. And Slendell's getting ready for his caterpillar rape movie.
What?
Yeah, look at his thumbnail. You'll see what I'm talking about. At least that's what I'm told.
On YouTube?
No, he's not streaming on YouTube. He's streaming on freaking Rumble.
Yes, the user, the thumbnails on YouTube.
I see.
With
it.
some Lundell's.
The monster that challenged the world. Well, all right. Guess since Mr. Lundell's getting ready anyway, I'm kind of hungry, so I might as well go grab some lunch. Might as well just wrap it up here, guys. All right.
Thank you for having
Crap,
me.
I just got here. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks a lot for hanging out, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I might do something later tonight. Just play a game. Oh no, never mind. We have Jeff Nerdy tonight, so I'll probably see you guys over there then. See you later.
Later, guys.
Take care.